Welcome to Romantic Love Stories. We are here to provide you with the best love, romantic, adult and even children audio romantic love stories.
A click won't hurt. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for everyday sweet and lovely video audio love stories.
Our main aim is to give you value, hope and faith, in your companies, families, relationships and in your lives with our day-to-day terrific audio love stories.
Please subscribe today. Fate and Friends. Written by author essay. Chapter 1. Chloe's puff. Chloe, hurry or we'll be late, Mom shouted from outside. I'm coming, Mom. I was struggling to wear a leg of my shoe, it couldn't just fit in. After much trying, it finally fit in. I quickly rushed out of the house, to where the car was parked. You took all day just to get ready? No, Mom, I'm sorry. You better be. Now get into the car, let's get going. Okay, Mom. We got into the car, Mom started the ignition and we left. We were on our way to Dillman High School. I just transferred there. After about 15 minutes of driving, we were at the car park of the renowned Dillman High School. We're here, sweetie, Mom said to me. I came out of the car. Mom wound down the glass so she could talk to me. Be a good girl, princess. Okay, Mom, I will. Focus on your studies, and don't cause trouble, okay? Yes, Mom, I won't. Alright, get going so you won't be late for class. Okay, Mom, bye. Bye, sweetie, love you. Love you too, Mom. She signaled for me to come closer and she pecked me on my head. I stepped back, and she began reversing out of the car park. I motioned bye to her and she did the same. I found my way into the school. The hallways were full of students. Just then a lady dressed corporately walked up to me. You must be Chloe Davison, she said to me. Yes, madam, I am. Okay, nice, welcome to our school, dear, and your locker number is 138. Thank you, Ma. I'm Principal DeAndre, head of this prestigious school. Nice, meeting you, Ma. You're welcome, now run along. She left me and went up to the stairs. I walked around the hallway looking for locker 138, so I could put my books in it. Crash. My books fell on the floor. I stared at them on the floor and then fixed my gaze at this fellow that collided with me, making my books to fall down. I'm really sorry, I wasn't paying attention, he said to me. It's okay, I replied to him softly. He bent down to pick the books, I also bent down to pick the books, he picked some and I also picked some. We stood up at the same time, halfway through, our eyes locked. He had such dreamy eyes I was lost in them. Here are your books, he said, breaking out of the eye lock, and also stretching my books to me. Thanks. You're welcome, see you around, he said to me and he left. I felt like I just saw an angel, he had everything a lady could ask for. I imagined myself in his arms. I shook my head and got out of my little imagination and continued looking for my locker. I finally found my locker. I went to it and opened it and put my books into it. Saw you talking to Jordan, I heard a female-like voice behind my locker's door. I closed it and saw a girl. Jordan? I asked, not knowing who was Jordan. Yeah, that cute guy you were talking to. Just then I knew she was referring to my newly found crush. Yeah. But we didn't really talk, he just bumped into me, and my books fell. If you say so, I'm Riella Jonas. I'm Chloe Davison. Nice meeting you, I said, stretching my hands forward for a handshake. She stretched hers also and we had a quick handshake. Okay, Chloe. See you around. Yeah. You too, Riella. We waved bye to each other. Just then I heard the bell, and everyone began to leave the hallway to go to their classes. I knew I had English, but I didn't know the homeroom. I was wandering about once again looking for the English homeroom. After about 7 minutes of wandering about looking for the homeroom, I just stood at the point where I was. Then I felt a slight touch on my shoulder. I was startled and I immediately turned back. I saw a guy dresses smartly, he was ebony in complexion and was a brunette. Are you lost? He said. Not really. I'm just looking for the English homeroom, do you know where it is? Of course I do, just go straight and you'll see the stairs, take it, the first room by your left is the homeroom. Thank you so much. I turned around to leave and had just taken some steps. And I turned back to see whether he's still there. I found out that he was still there. Don't you have classes? I asked him. I do, but I took an excuse to the restroom. Okay, you better hurry and get to class. Okay, I will, he said with a smile. Are you a transfer? He added. Yes, I am, first day here, I said, leaving my position and going a little bit closer to him. Nice. What's your name, pretty? He just called me pretty. I said to myself, blushing inwardly. I'm Chloe, I responded sharply. What a cute name. Thanks. Well, I'm Marcus, the school's librarian. Oh nice, means you're good with books. Yeah, I am, he said, checking his watch. You better get going to class, so you won't be late, he added. Yeah, that's true, I said, checking my watch. See you around. See you around, Marcus. I quickly left there and swiftly walked up to the stairs to the homeroom. What a charming guy, I thought to myself as I approached the door of the homeroom. I pushed open the door of the homeroom and entered inside. Everyone, including the teacher, fixed their gaze at me. I shyly glanced through the class. Just then I spotted Jordan. I had an inner joy that we were sharing a class. Well class, this a new transfer student, the teacher said to the class. Come closer dear, the teacher added. I came closer to her, and it was as if the eyes of the students were piercing through me. Introduce yourself to the class, child, the teacher said, facing me. I took a deep breath and threw away my shyness. I'm Chloe Davison, I'm 16 years old, we just moved into the neighborhood, so that's why I transferred here. Immediately I was done, the whole class began to murmur. Quiet down, class, the teacher said with a stern voice. Well Chloe, I'm Mrs. Walter. And I am the English teacher of year 12. I smiled at her. You can have your seat, she said, pointing to an empty chair at the back of the class. I didn't like sitting at the back, but I noticed it was near Jordan, so I walked there comfortably. I sat down on the chair and brought out my English note from my bag. I also noticed that Riella was sitting in front of me. So all my new friends are in the same class as me, I thought inwardly. But what about the librarian? Just then the glass door opened and Marcus entered into the class. Marcus? You took ages just to use the restroom, the teacher said as she paused her teaching to scold him. The whole class began to laugh. No, Mrs. Walter, it wasn't intentional. It's all on you because I'm not going back to what I've taught, so you've lost. Sorry, Ma. The teacher continued the teaching, while Marcus went to his seat. He was coming towards my direction, and he sat down at the back of me. He tapped me. Hey Chloe, he said after tapping me. I turned back and smiled. Seem like we're in the same class, he added. Yeah, coincidental, right? I said, raising me to hands up as if emphasizing a point. He smiled and turned to his book. I also turned back to mine. Soon the class was over. The bell signaled the ending of the class. We all left the class. Hey Chloe. I heard a familiar voice. I looked sideways where the voice was coming from and found out it was Riella. Hey Riella. How was your first lesson at Dillman High? It was nice, I replied her. Good to hear that. We walked together to the hallways, while she was telling me about the school. And that's all the clubs we have, so which would you like to join? She said to me, pausing and turning to face me. We were already in front of our lockers. Coincidentally hers was near mine. Well, I'd like to join the basketball club, I said, opening my locker and collecting some book from it. Oh, so cool, I'm in a basketball club too, she said, also opening her lockers and putting books into it. Well, looks like we're basketball twinies, I said, slamming my locker door. Yeah we are, she said, slamming her locker door also. The bell rang. It's lunchtime, Riella said. Oh, sounds nice, I said, rubbing my tummy. Let's go, seems like you're a foodie, she said, holding my hand. We went into the cafeteria and ordered some food. We actually came to the cafeteria late, so we couldn't find any empty chairs. Hey Chloe. I heard a familiar voice. I turned back and saw Marcus. He hit the chair, signaling for us to come to sit. I tapped Riella and she agreed for us to go sit there. To be continued. All rights reserved. Essay. Please subscribe today.